The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Vice President Leni Robredo, who is gunning for the country's top post, personally checked in on the progress of COVID-19 vaccinations in Tarlac. For the details, we have Gerard de la Peña joining us live from on the ground. Hi, Gerard. What's going on there?
Sean, Vice President Leni Robredo is confident to have secured the support of Tarlaceños as she reiterates the need for initiatives towards recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, the Vice President came here this morning to check the rollout of vaccines for residents, including indigenous people. She also met with some supporters after. Here, she recalled the hardships she had to go through in her first candidacy as representative and later on as vice president. In 2013, she ran as congresswoman in Camarines Sur without enough funds and machinery. In the last 5.5 years, she was sidetracked by the Duterte administration. Robredo said she will release a COVID-19 recovery plan. She insists this is crucial to solving other problems like poverty, unemployment, and poor health system. She says the government should aim to reverse the country's poor COVID ranking. Sean, the Vice President is holding another meet and greet with her supporters not far from this venue here in Tarlac. And later this evening, she will release the COVID-19 recovery plan in her website. Sean.
Right, looking forward to that. Thank you so much for all those updates and stay safe out there in Tarlac. That was News 5's Gerard de la Peña. Thanks, Gerard. Meanwhile, presidential aspirant Senator Bato Dela Rosa says he is ready to face the International Criminal Court after it launched a probe into the Duterte administration's war on drugs. Dela Rosa claims the ICC does not know the real situation on the ground. The presidential candidate also denied that 30,000 Filipinos died in the country's drug war. Should he win as president, Dela Rosa said he will let ICC investigators enter the country, but only to observe. Dela Rosa served as police chief during the height of the government's drug war.
Papasokin ko sila to observe, as observer. Kung totoo bang hindi gumagana yung ating criminal justice system dito at talaga bang mayroong nangyayaring crime against humanity dito sa ating bansa. Papasokin ko sila just to observe for themselves the real situation in the Philippines. But as to conducting investigation, no. Because malaking sampal yan sa ating Supreme Court.
Still on election news, the campaign manager of the Isko-Moreno and Dr. Willie-Ong tandem has clarified that he is not leaving the camp. Lito Banaya told 1PH's Sa Totoo Lang that reports of him resigning are simply rumors. He says he has been present in the camp's events across the country.
I'm very much committed to Mayor Isko-Moreno. And I think, God willing, he will be the next president of the Philippines. I was with him in all the provincial surveys, provincial sorties thus far, no?
Banaya also said that their lineup for the 2022 national elections is already final. He said they're no longer engaging in unity talks since the filing of candidacies in October.
Wala. Okay.
Tuloy-tuloy kami. When we make a decision, that's it. We are not going to change it.
We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News.
Hello, mommies and daddies. With online distance learning as our kids' new reality, Signal TV is here to make the experience safe and worry-free. Maximize your kids' screen time with carefully filtered and age-appropriate shows. Engage your kids' senses and help broaden their imagination. Let them explore through a series of adventures and keep them active through exciting content. Pique your kids' curiosity, open the door to new discoveries, and boost their creativity. Virtual education can be fun and entertaining. Join us in creating an enjoyable and inspiring world for kids. Fun learning at home never stops.
watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Environment Department says it is ready to lift the ban on open-pit mining despite opposition from environmental groups. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez with a report.
The Department of Environment and Natural Resources is turning to mining for much-needed revenues. Just 7 months after it relaxed a 9-year-old moratorium on new mining contracts, it's been inundated by new applications.
We have identified at least 20 to 30 applications now. It will take, I think, 2 or 3 years more before they can really start operation if they comply now the submission of these documents.
It's also finalizing a draft order that will lift the ban on open-pit mining, which was imposed by the late Secretary Gina Lopez. In her short stint, Lopez shut down at least 23 mines and canceled some 75 contracts for damaging or threatening watersheds. Anti-mining group Alianza Tigil Mina denounced this latest policy reversal.
Binatawan na talaga ng Duterte administration lahat ng pagpapanggap na makakalikasan pa sila. Mas madali, mas marami at mas malawak ang mga minahan na bubuksan at i-approve.
DENR said it's created a new office that will ensure miners adhere to environmental laws and standards. The agency also said they will look into extracting minerals in different ways, not just through open pits, and will make miners pay to rehabilitate the mined areas. But Alianza Tigil Mina says this isn't likely to happen consistently.
At the very best scenario, they can do progressive rehabilitations probably on the 8th to 10th year that they are operating, but definitely not on the first 5 or 7 years.
The Philippines is the largest exporter of nickel ore to China, which uses it to make stainless steel and batteries. In 2020, mining contributed 0.6% to total GDP. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
On to COVID news, we have the Health Department reporting almost 1,600 new COVID-19 cases on Wednesday. This is the lowest tally since February. 38,000 of the 2.79 million total caseload are still considered active. The DOH says 349 duplicates were removed from the total case count, 330 of which are recoveries, while 4 are deaths. 186 people died of the virus overnight, bringing the death toll to 43,500. 132 cases previously tagged as recoveries have been reclassified as deaths after validation. Total recoveries are now at 2.71 million after close to 4,300 new survivors in the last 24 hours. 5.6% of the 29,400 total tests included in today's bulletin yielded positive results. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Metro Manila LGUs have expanded the pediatric COVID-19 vaccination program to all minors aged 12 to 17. The vaccines were initially rolled out only to minors with comorbidities. The Metro Manila Council has decided to lift the unified curfew hours in the region starting tomorrow. However, local executives may still impose curfew hours among minors within their jurisdictions. And more than 100 global leaders at the COP26 summit have pledged to end deforestation by 2030. This commitment involves $19 billion in public and private funding. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.